go.
Welcome back, guys, to the This and Much More podcast. I'm Evelyn, and my co-host is
Rollie Vogues.
And today we have a special guest,
David of Them Damn Mexicans and TDM Talk. What's up, y'all?
What's up, bro? Welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
It's kind of dope to have you on because I think this is the first time we have another podcaster on here, right?
Yeah. No, well, yeah, because Rob's the talk show.
Oh, well, he's a talk show.
Wait, is it a podcast or talk show? Or what would you...
Well, we started as a talk show because they told us that if it was live, it was a talk show. But if it was pre-recorded, it was a podcast. I'm like, to me, it's the same shit. So I don't really,
Yeah.
Well, like, are you... Y'all were doing live?
Yeah, when we first started, the first 3 months that we did it, we were actually live every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. So that's why they were like, it's not a podcast. This the lady told us that. Shout out to Real Talk 100. But I was like, I don't know what the difference was. I was just whatever.
Yeah.
So it's called TDM Talk. So, I mean,
okay.
Whatever. Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to call it.
Yeah, whatever you guys, some people call it Them Damn Mexicans. Like, well, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, because we have a homie, Saint, and then I don't know if you're familiar with Saint, but he has House of Saint.
Oh yeah.
So we went on his, and that was like kind of like a talk show. Like he made us come out of a curtain, stuff like that, and like
that's dope.
sit down
so
and shit.
Funny. I was so embarrassed.
We were just waiting back there. We're like,
Yeah, because he likes acting. I don't, right? So he's like, yeah, just walk in. I'm just like, man, I gotta do this. Like, can I just sit down?
They even had like the camera over, like acting like it's behind the scenes. Like y'all talk or do something.
It was a cool experience, like, so shout out to Saint. But
shout out Saint.
Yeah, book me, man. I'm gonna come out there and act the fool.
Yeah, no, like he does some crazy shit.
Like his
cool.
his creativity is there. Like I just think he assembled a team of people to help him, like bring his ideas to life or whatever. But it's just like one of those, like if you had the budget, like man, it'd be dope, But what he has to work with works,
Yeah.
So
make it work.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So for you, is it just you?
Yes. When we first started, it was 4 of us all together, and then slowly but surely I got rid of one. I don't want to say it sounds bad, but
I was gonna say damn.
It sounds bad, but I had to let him go because it just wasn't working out.
Yeah.
And then the other 2, the funny thing with that, they pretty much quit. And one quit and didn't tell me they quit. They just quit on me. And I was like, damn, and it was weird because it was like, well, what am I going to do? Because we had it surrounded to where it was all of us as a group, So when that happened, I kind of was like, I just stopped everything. I said, well, I got to re-strategize, kind of rebrand and rebuild everything back again. Because to be honest, I was going to do it by myself anyway.
Yeah.
But I wanted, I'm the type that I want to bring people
along.
in.
Yeah.
And we had a good thing going, I think. I know, because we started garnering a lot of buzz in our first couple of months. A lot of people were like, oh shit, it's the new, whatever. And then it fell apart that quick. And what was crazy is I remember telling them like, yo man, just give me a year with this. Just, and then man, we lasted 3 months. And I think actually Ricky Rivera was the last interview we ever did together. And after that we took a break, and then I filmed about 6 episodes at Urban Goods, which is no longer in business, but shout out to Marty with Trap Vision Films. And then I just had to find something different, man. And I went to another studio. He let me, shout out to Gabriel, On It Brewery Podcast. He let me use his equipment, so I did another 7 episodes there. And then J-Vaz reached out, shout out to J-Vaz. He reached out about wanting to work together. And I said, okay, well, so now we have a show called The Hype, HTX, that we do. We'll be going live with that one in a couple of weeks. So
that one's fairly new, right?
Like really new. We're probably on our 4th episode maybe.
Okay.
I think today there was one airing right now but we recorded like a couple of weeks ago. I'm spilling the tea. That's old, man. We did that shit last year. Nah, but it was a chance to work with another person that does podcasting, whatever the case. And it's someone like him who's been doing it for as long as he has. It was an honor that he even reached out. He was like, bro, you're just consistent. And everybody I talk to, that when I talk about and ask about you, I hear nothing but positivity, good things about you. So I was like, oh, that's a good that's a good thing.
Sure. Yeah.
And that led us to working there. So now, in turn of us doing the hype, I do my show there now, TDM Talk.
Okay.
So I do it at the same studio, which is at Goto's office.
At Goto's?
Yeah. So with GT Digital.
Yeah.
So we do it out of there now. So
that's cool.
It's a great opportunity, you know. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Is it like a sponsored venue, kind of like a sponsored studio space?
No, we pay rent.
Okay.
You know, we pay rent and everything. You know, but we film so much. I mean, we'll and she knows because we're there like usually all day filming.
Yeah. So you do this full time?
Just about.
Yeah.
Almost there. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Wait, so you're wait, what were you gonna ask?
No, I was gonna say like that was my initial question was gonna be like, is them damn Mexicans, like where's the rest of them, you know?
Yeah. So people say that. People always be like, you know, man, we'll have a team, and then it's like, you know, people start to.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
So my next question was gonna be because before we get into like everything else, you know, how we're about to get into, is how did you go about like finding the other three members? Because it's how you said it's like, oh, give me a year, you know. So like I'm pretty sure maybe they had like their jobs or whatever. And it's like a kind of ¿cómo se dice? The initial like at least want to have a show or something like, or the interest, you know, was it even there?
Whenever you pick these people out, did you did you pick them out because you just felt like they wanted it, or it was just because you were cool with them?
So to keep it completely honest, so the guy that was with me was Adrian Angelo. He was an artist, did Christian music, Christian hip hop. I've known him 20 plus years. So he told me he wanted to join them, be a part of what I was doing with them damn Mexicans. I said, yeah, come on, bro. Especially if I've known you that long, like I feel like I can trust you. So then I met a young lady named Angie, who's a trap sauce mix. She does the micheladas and she's like a vendor. She's a business owner, really. She ended up joining the team as well, and you know, and she's got a great personality. You know, she was like, she's taught. You know, she was very. It's funny because when we started started doing the talk show, like I remember her bringing like a list of questions. Oh, we're gonna ask like 25 questions. I'm like, we ain't doing the Q&A thing. We're just gonna. I want it to be more of a conversation, like we were talking about. And then we had Mexican Connected. I don't know what she really does, to be honest. I know at one point she was managing Little Mexico Hove and my boy Two Tone, but I know she's no longer doing that. So she ended up joining the team as well. I said, all right, cool. She was from California. She is, you know, a different set of, you know, people from Cali. You know, shout out to her, you know, anybody from Cali that's watching, but their views on things are a little bit different than ours.
Oh yeah.
And so I thought that would be a good mix. So then, long story short, Adrian stops being a host and goes to the producing side. He wanted to learn the ins and outs of how to put together a well show, and he was doing really good. So it was just me and the two ladies, and then, you know, it just, like I said, it ended up not working out. And then it was just me and one of the young ladies, and then Adrian stopped doing that. And, you know, but I picked them based on conversations we had.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm starting. We used to do Clubhouse. I don't know if you're familiar with Clubhouse.
The online.
It's like an online, you know, you could talk. And so we were doing that every week at a certain day, almost like a podcast, but we would just be talking. And they were a part of that. And they were like, man, but I had been saying I was going to do a podcast or a talk show or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just gradually went from Clubhouse to actually putting it out on camera, putting it out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where the idea came from. And them already being involved in what I was doing, they were more familiar with it. So when I asked them and approached them, they were like, yeah, I'm, you know. But they knew what it all entails. You know, it's not like it was a shock.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, you know, because I got you know, I got a business, I got a life, you know. Yeah, I understand that. But you knew that coming into, like, hey, we're filming every Thursday live. So you have to be there.
Yeah.
Now, again, you don't have to. And, you know, if you don't want to, you could have said no from the jump. But, you know, but again, that's neither here nor there now. But
commitment. That's the word I was thinking about.
Yeah,
earlier.
Because it is a commitment.
Yeah, because when we asked when we grew our team, we don't pay them, you know? Yeah. So when we asked them, we met up with all of them actually, like different times. 2 of the co-hosts were posted.
Okay.
Rob and Ronnie. We met up with them and we did tell them like, look, this is what we're expecting this to grow, you know, and basically just told him everything. Like we know we're not gonna pay y'all, you know, but what we ask is just the commitment, you know, like because this is something that it's just gonna keep growing. And if y'all want to grow with us, then cool.
And that was the initial idea behind the thing. Was like, let's grow together first, you know, because I remember one of them was asking about splits, and I'm like, we haven't even generated any money yet. Like, you know, it doesn't happen.
Splits from where?
Yeah, like split. Like I'm not a gymnast. I don't do splits. You know, I can try, but you know that might be a little painful. But you know, I was like, well, you know, that's when I said let's give it a year and then let's see where it goes, and then you know. I'm always thinking like, man, let's go after the big bag, and then we could break that down.
Yeah.
Instead of nickel and diamond wanting to argue over dollars and cents, type of thing. So, but yeah, that's pretty much, you know, like you said, the commitment part. Like, you know, you're only committed to your convenience now, or when it no longer serves a purpose to you, and you just leave it.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind, but it's a way of doing it. Like just quitting is not respectable.
Yeah.
And not saying that, not having the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only part that that bothered me about it. You know, it was like, damn, I thought we was cooler than that. You know, we been had a conversation.
At the end of the day, like, we're grown-ups. We should be able to say, hey, like, I don't think it's working out for me, you know, because we tell them too, right? Like, we're like, if y'all ever feel like this is not something y'all want to do, just let us know, you know? Yeah. And
but I do think, like, obviously, like, the older I get, like, I'm 30 what?
31.
I'm 31.
I'm 31, right? So it's like I look at other people my age, like we're still like kids in a sense. Like I don't feel like a grown ass man. You know what I mean? So how you're saying like we're all adults. Like some people don't have that adult mentality. So like they are scared to approach or say things like upfront, like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, but I guess it's at the end of the day, it's like if it was a job. You know,
I just tell them like just come through,
you're
like
not
put
getting
in
paid for, but it's a job that you know that it's just one of those things. Was like, let's work towards this goal that at the end of the day is gonna pay all of us. Yeah, you know, but
at some point,
at some point, hopefully. You know, but like with us, like we don't, like I said, we don't pay our co-hosts or anything. But man, I feel like we try to like connect them with people. Like we'll help them out with whatever, right? Like, I just feel like, and I feel like even them now, like they'll go out and they're kind of like. People are like, oh, you're from the podcast, right? Like, and stuff like that. So
I actually just met Rob at the House of Blues.
Was that when he went with Pouring Up, or not?
No, I didn't see them there. Shout out to Flox and them, man. No, it was AB Raps. He threw a concert there.
I think Rob did tell us.
He did go because I was standing like towards the front, and he runs up and he's like, "What's up, bro?" And I'm just like, "Hey, what's up?" Because I literally get that a lot, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "What did he say?" I don't remember what he said. I was just like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" I knew him. Like, I guess I know the guy.
He's like that. He comes like he has that personality. Like you're gonna get to know me today. Like, you know?
Nah, we became best friends like that day. No, but so some of my team was there, and I was like, "Oh, this is my boy." You know, I was introducing him. Then I heard him say, "Oh, hey, Rob." You know, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I started, I was 2 and 2 together. I was like, "Okay, that's who that is." But so that was my at least that I remember my first time meeting, because I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing, bro? Nice to meet you." He's like, "Oh, we met before, bro." I was like, "Oh, my bad. Like I didn't."
Yeah.
You meet some with the events that we do and whatever. We meet a lot of people, so it's hard to kind of remember everybody.
Yeah. You know Lulu, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Lulu.
Yeah.
She told me, I guess you guys had talked, and she's like, I heard you're doing the show. And I was
because I saw her son with the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, who's that? And then but this was before, like.
Okay, before we had even talked.
Wasn't he wearing it at the Christmas party?
Oh, I think he was wearing it. Yeah. I think it was. But that was before, though, when I had seen him. Oh, I think it was over maybe Thanksgiving break that he was there.
Lulu was a part of the team at one point. Like, she was one of the, she's pretty much done just about all of my events, like, as a vendor. We encouraged her on the she had the Noche de Poeta. Oh, no, what was it called? She had a poetry night, but it was called something in Spanish. I don't remember the exact. I don't want to mess up the name, and she'd probably kill me when she sees it. Like, how do you not remember? But she had an amazing turnout. I was proud of her because I remember her asking me, "Would you help me?" Yes, whatever you need, Lulu. Because Lulu's an awesome individual.
Yeah, she really is.
She's cool.
Yeah, so. Yeah, shout out to Lulu.
Yeah, shout out to Lulu.
Or international, whatever it's called now.
Intentional.
Intentional. What did I say?
International.
Can we edit that out? Man, I'm sorry, Lulu. I owe you lunch, Lulu, my bad. Thank you for correcting me.
That's funny. Now she just changed it recently.
She did, so forgive me for not knowing that it's new, you know. So I spoke to her. I think that was the last time we spoke. She heard about. I guess you guys had a conversation. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're doing my friend's show. I was like, who's your friend? You know, because I was like, I don't know because she didn't give me a name. She's like, oh, my friend said you're doing their show, and I was like, who was that? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh yeah, I think and then that's when we had just talked not too long before that. So
yeah,
and
then So how long you been doing the show for?
Man, we just made a year in January.
Yeah, that's when y'all had congrats on that, bro.
Thank you.
That's when y'all had like all the hosts on there, right?
Yeah, we had Jedediah, Javaz, Rollie from Vogues, and pouring up talking shit.
How is it when it's like a lot of people? Like,
how was that?
Do you feel like it's hard to get the conversation going?
No,
I watched that one. Yeah. I watched the whole thing just to see like what that dynamic was gonna be like.
It was crazy. It was dope. It's difficult getting that many people who are busy all the time and have their own platforms at the same time at the same place, you know. But they did it, man, and I appreciate every one of them for doing that. We actually got a part 2 coming up with different. I had asked Rob to do it. I think Tex. For Infamous Tex, Hustletown, Latinx hip hop.
Oh, he was at our event.
Yeah, he went to the event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's dope though.
Yeah,
that'd be cool just to see like their different.
That's what we want, is just to also show unity amongst, like, look, we all get it. You know, we all, even if we don't know each other, it's like there's no hatred towards one another. Like, I hope he fails. Like,
do you feel like there is that? Like,
I don't. If there is, I haven't seen it. Like, we're like a division. You mean?
Not a division. It's just like you might see another podcast and you're just like I'm not gonna.
Oh, all the time. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding.
Or like not be friendly with them or
no, man. I'm such a people person, bro. Like, I rock with everybody that's doing something positive, especially for the Latino community.
Yeah.
I rock with it. Latinx hip hop. When I first met him, you know, his platform, he was just getting it up and running, and we partnered up to do the playlist that we do. We do a monthly playlist every month where we showcase artists, and it's grown. We've done it 3 years. This is the 3rd year straight that we've done it.
Every month.
Every month we drop a new playlist, and we have music from all over the country, even Canada. So yeah, it's a
that's dope.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
So y'all meet up or what?
No, we just do everything we just text each other like, hey, you know, because it's impossible. It's almost hard to meet up with anybody because of everything that I have going on. You know, we have the events, the clothing line, the talk show. Now we have artists under the brand, and I'm working on a few more things. You know, I can't announce because it ain't even there yet. You know, but when it does, I'll make sure. You know, y'all will find out.
That's dope. So whenever, like, before you started like TDM, right? What were you doing before that? Like, did you already have connects and stuff, or what were you doing?
Man, I was selling dope. No, I'm lying.
He was like, okay,
she was like, oh damn, he's that guy.
I mean, he was talking about powder earlier.
Yeah, shout out to powder. I was like, well, yeah, like when we did powder, like, wait, y'all were like in a room doing powder? Like, no, powder. Shout out to powder, man, the queen. We just dropped her episode last week. But so before that, what was I doing? I actually worked in a juvenile facility, like in a jail for juveniles.
Oh yeah.
I did that for like 14 and a half years.
How was that for you?
That was crazy. I learned so much, actually. I learned so much of how not to treat people. If I ever became a person of a position in power, I learned how not to treat employees or staff. I also learned how the dynamic works with the youth of today, because they're not I heard your age, 31. I'm like, I'm 45. So the way I grew up is not the way they grew up. And I'm sure it's probably even different from the way y'all grew up.
Yeah.
So I had to understand that it's more of a mental thing with them than anything else. Back then, they would just beat the shit out of us, spankings.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was hard for you to understand, like that, to realize that, damn, I really have, it's like you're really dealing with something and it's probably not that deep, but it's very deep for them.
Exactly. That was the hardest part, was understanding that, because back then you couldn't, there was no, I don't remember ever hearing ADHD or ADD. or anxiety attacks.
Yeah. I think we were barely starting to hear it. Yeah. Like when I was in school.
Right. Yeah. Like.
So it's y'all fault. Okay.
No.
No, not our generation.
Not your generation.
Now I have it. I don't know. It's like contagious or something.
He said, "Now I have it."
No, but you're right. That was part of like the struggle of working there. Was like, okay, I really want to just beat you up, kind of like,
yeah,
and snap some sense into you. But when you're taught to use your mouthpiece in so many words, like, now you don't have to be physical, because these kids was bigger than me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids 6 foot whatever,
yeah,
and they're huge. I'm like, well, I can't wrestle with this kid. So what am I gonna do? Use psychology, talk them down, and then out of de-escalate the situation using your verbal skills.
Yeah.
Which I ended up getting good at, But I came from the streets, so I empathize with what they were going through, because I was once like that. Not maybe that crazy, but
yeah.
Being in the streets, I was like, I know what y'all going through, bro. Like, so that helped me out a lot, because I learned how to also deal with people a lot. I just know that everybody's different, so you gotta, kind of meet them where they're at.
Yeah. Do you feel like you can read people, like when you see them, like? Yeah. Okay,
for the most part, I'm a pretty good judge of character just upon meeting someone, even if it's via text. Like, shout out to Anna, who's here with us. Upon meeting her, it was like an instant, connection. She came to help out at the toy drive we had, and she did more for me in that one day than a lot of people that have been around me at for months or whatever.
Yeah.
So that to me is
Isn't that like, don't you feel like whenever something like that happens that you're just like, oh damn, like people are really like this, right? Because I feel like it's happened to us, right?
It's because I feel like if you take the family aspect out of it, like, how people, like, they get all butthurt talking about, like, oh, my friends don't support, or my own family or whatever, and then it's the strangers that but it's just like, if you just take that away, like, then obviously, like, a stranger, they have nothing to, like, judge you for other than, like, the good you're doing. So it's like they want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But then, like, a family member or whatever, they might be like, it's just David doing, like, some toy drive shit. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
how long have you been doing the toy drive for?
This was just our second year. So this year will be our 3rd anniversary of doing, or annual that we'll be doing it. So.
In December.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, from last year's to the first one we did, it's like doubled in size. But man, we were always blessed. Like, I feel like God sends people to. There was times where I didn't, and she can tell you too. A lot of things went kind of haywire that day, and I was kind of like, bro, like it was frustrating to me, because I'm a person that likes to have things in order and organized, and but when things don't happen that way, it can kind of drive you crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember
you like to be in control.
Yeah, for the most part, especially when you're the one that's planning everything and you already have everything set, but then things start going wrong the day of, it can kind of cause a little panic. But man, just good things kept happening more and more and more, and it was just like, man, it's just about being patient and riding through the storm.
Yeah. Did you, whenever, I'm assuming that the day of, like, when stuff was going, like, sideways, were you at the point where you're just like, I don't even care, just fucking do whatever? Like, I feel like that.
I was.
Whenever we do our toy drive, because we do it in Mexico.
Okay. So that's dope.
Yeah, so we take, like, this is our January was our we do it in January.
Okay.
The weekend after Dia de los Reyes.
Yeah.
So to just give them time, for their holidays and stuff. No, for sure. So this January was our 4th year. So we're gonna start getting our 5th year together, right? But every year it's something. Yeah. It's something. But since everybody's just like, even his, like, family, like, they'll come to me, and I'm just like, but I get it because I'm the one organizing it. And sometimes I'm just
She's not even Mexican, bro.
I'm not even Mexican. Like,
you Salvadorian too?
Yes.
Oh, now like, shout out to Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but it's just like they'll be like, Evelyn, the person has a car. They have a car. They're getting off, and I'm just like, well, how am I supposed to know? I don't even live here. I don't even know these people.
That's
like,
funny.
Y'all need to tell me, you know. But whenever at that point, I know what you mean, because at that point I'm really like, I don't even give a shit. Like, I just want to give the toys to the kids, keep the line moving, and that's all that matters right now.
I just said this to somebody the other day because they were planning an event themselves, and I was like, look, on the week of and then the day of, I don't give a shit at that point. Yeah. I'm really ready for it to be over with at that point.
Yeah, that's how I...
Like, I don't care what happens at this point. Yeah, I might be mad about some things, but I was like, I'll deal with that later. But right now, I just need for this to be over with.
Yeah.
Here, take your damn toys now. No, we gave away a lot of toys, man. We had a good outing. We had a lot of kids come out. You know, we had some great performances. It was a beautiful day too. It wasn't cold. It wasn't hot. It was just really nice. Spinal Tap. Shout out to Spinal Tap Brewery, who is the home for Embrace the Culture, which is our annual event, and the toy drive. So they love us. You know, like we did it last year, and they loved the outcome. I mean, we had close to 400 people for Embrace the Culture. Then we did the toy drive, and we had over 100-something people out there. And they're all buying beer, you know, so they're making money, so they don't care.
That's dope.
But with that being said, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Okay. And we are back from a long break, like always, right?
Yeah. So I kind of want to ask you, we were talking about like what you were doing before, and if you had like connections already. Did you? Like,
I did because so even before that, one of the first things that I ever did was I'm trying to think which one was first, but I actually was into Christian hip hop. We had a young group. They were called the SFC Boys, Soldiers for Christ Boys. They were young teenagers that I knew from my church or from the neighborhood, and they just wanted to rap, so we were rapping for God. And that ended up going pretty good because back then, you know, we had CDs, so we'd go to like the church events, and the girls loved them. They loved the boys, you know, the girls in the youth group because they're cute, you know, doing the whole, you know, and it was weird, but you know, because you're like, well, we're at church, like, you know, but that was like my first taste of like doing a show, pressing CDs, and you know, and then I got a job at Soundwaves. I don't know if y'all know what that Soundwaves is, but it was a record store. Where they sold CDs, tapes, vinyl, you know. I'm trying to think what you could call that now, Sam Goody or FYE, I think it was called. Like all the stores basically where you go in and buy a CD. Yeah. Which are obsolete now because nobody really, you know, everything's digital.
The only store I remember like that is the one that's by, that used to be on Harrisburg.
Oh, I thought that, I think there's one in Sugarland. Well, there was one, and I went in there. I think I bought a Beastie Boys CD there.
Yeah, the only one that I ever
what was it?
The one on Harrisburg. I don't remember. Are you familiar with that area?
Yeah,
on Harrisburg, right in front of McDonald's.
I think I know.
By Fallas Paredes, where Fallas Paredes used to be at, like one of those in that shopping strip. There used to be one, and I used to go there.
Because we had, well, not we, but the Soundwaves franchise had locations all over the city.
Imagine if it was that one.
It might have been.
That's cool.
I worked at the probably the hoodest one ever. It was on Cross Timbers on the north side, the North Line area. That was crazy, but I met a lot of people there. A&Rs. I met people who came in and put up posters for their own artists. They would set up a display. Album coming soon. You know, K Reno, man. I always tell the story of. I don't know if y'all know K Reno.
Yeah. I was just telling her about him.
Legend, right? He was putting up his own posters in the store, and I thought that was crazy. I thought that was like very humbling. Like, oh, that's dope, you know? Because most people like, I ain't doing that, bro. I'm too good, you know. I'm too famous. Like
somebody needs to do it for me.
Yeah, because all the labels were sending their people, you know, Atlantic, Warner, whoever, Def Jam. They were bringing. You know, I remember when Kanye's College Dropout came out, they brought notebooks and all little different things to promote the album, which was dope. But you know, these guys, man, they got to do it in the rap a lot. We saw everybody pretty much there. Slim Thug used to walk in there. You know, we saw a lot of rappers just pull up, buy CD, and burn off. So I met a lot of connections there. And I'm a networking person. Like, So everywhere I would go, hey, who is that guy? Oh, that's so and so. He has a TV show. Bet. Let me go. And then people would come in there, and I spark conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
So they would tell me what they did. Oh, I do this for Dope House, or I do this for Rap a Lot, or and I would be cool with everybody. So then, fast forward years later, I'm seeing some people that I knew then. DJ Notorious was one of them. I don't know if y'all know DJ Notorious,
no.
But he was like on 104.9 DJing. I think he DJs like a lot of events now. Especially the Latin, the reggaeton and the bachata music, things like that. But I remember he used to come in there shopping for vinyl. He was just starting out. My boy DJ Too Deep, he's from Trinity Garden. He does the Hood Night at Mr. A's, a club on the north side, every Monday for the last like 15 years. He's been DJing there. I remember him coming in there. I used to set up rap battles for him. And they would battle in the store. And we always talk about, like, bro, if we had a camera back then and capture this footage, it would be dope.
Yeah.
And now it's just based off memories.
Now
right?
it's just, that's all I remember. I remember them battling. I would call him, like, hey, bro, there's a dude here said he's down to battle. And he'd pull up. I don't even know where he'd come from. He just would drop whatever he was doing and he'd show up within minutes. And next thing you know, we had a rap battle on our hands. I met all kinds of people there, man. David Banner was a really cool dude. Jim Jones of the Diplomats. I was a big Dipset fan.
And that was your full-time job?
Yeah, that was a full-time job. At that time, I had just lost my job because of 9/11. I was working at National Oil, and they laid us off. And I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I hung out at the record store so much they offered me a job. I was always there buying CDs and talking music because I love music. And they were like, bro, do you want to work here? I'm like, well, shit, if y'all are hiring, They're like, well, you're always here. Yeah. And
we'll give you a schedule.
Yeah. Man, I ended up becoming like the assistant manager and everything. I got fired. I'm not going to go into detail about that. But the case is still pending. No, I'm kidding, man. I did get fired, but it was one of the coolest, like, bullshit paying jobs I ever had. Like, it didn't pay worth shit, honestly. Even as an assistant manager, I was making like $750. Yeah, but it was
it's just one of them cool ass jobs. I
loved it. I met so many people. Even to this day, people. Actually, there's a vendor that does my events that she remembers me from then. They sell the Mexican style hot dogs. They're called Patron MX, and she DM'd me. She's like, I remember you from Soundwave. You used to help me with the Spanish music. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, how do you even remember that? That was like 01. No, wait. My son was born in 03. So it was around 03, 04-ish. So I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That is a long time ago.
But, yeah, a lot of those connections, man, I'm still really good friends with a lot of those people, so...
Yeah. And I can tell that, like, the way you talk is just like you are a very talkative person.
Yeah. We'll be here till Saturday or something. If you let me, So cut me off whenever you want to.
Nah, I think you and Rob. I wonder who would talk the most, right?
I think
because Rob can talk, bro.
Rob can talk, but you can talk, but you're talking like chill, like it's not
shit.
like.
Does he get like animated?
Oh yeah. But I think
start punching the air and
the first few times that we hung out, I'll be like, man, bro, like you drain like my social battery, bro.
Yeah,
like you're too much, bro.
Yeah,
too much energy.
He does drain his social battery for sure.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, I'm clocked out, bro. Yeah, like, that's it,
So he's always inviting him out, and Ron is like, I can't, like. It's too much. Like I can't.
Yeah, like I'm chilling. I like to be home, bro. Honestly, like it's kind of weird that we even have a podcast because like I've always felt like I don't like talking to people, but I mean I do, but it's just like one of those like if it's too much, then I'm just like I just want to go home, or whatever.
No, but the difference is that like with the podcast, I feel like why you like it is just because we're talking about like creative shit. We're talking about things that we like we're surrounding ourselves with like people that have
like like-minded
people.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just like imagine if you came here and just sat down and just like we're talking about I don't know the refinery or like the pipe or whatever. What is it?
Pipeline.
Yeah, pipeline, and we're just like, what the fuck, like.
You'd be like, David, wake up.
Which is cool if you work in the refinery or in pipeline, whatever, right? But it's just we like to have the creative conversations, like it's just
that deals with a lot of the things that we all talk about. Because I've seen other people do interviews and one of the episodes in the episode you were talking about the Goodfellas when we're all in the Goodfellas thing, we were talking about pet peeves as what our pet peeves are as
podcasters.
As podcasters, and one was like the guys that are too cool to you ask them a question, they're like, yeah, when's your album come out? Shit, probably next month. It's like, damn, bro, talk a little bit.
It's like you wanted to be on here. And you're not talking. Like, now you're suddenly like, cool.
And I don't know, that's happened to you?
Yeah.
Do you ever say, like, do they reach out to you and act like that?
No, and the funny thing is, like, I'm trying to think. One of the guys that I interviewed, we talk a lot, like well, I don't say all the time, but, we've had those conversations back and forth. But then, they get there and it's just kind of like, short answer type of thing. I'm like, man, I think they get nervous. Especially they don't really do interviews. I think once we know they're rolling, it's like, oh shit. I don't even be thinking about it.
Me neither. I don't like the camera. Yeah. So I don't even, unless the intro is where I'm like looking.
I will say this, when we started live, I was nervous at first because it was like, damn, we're live. Like people, we had a screen
and the show
we could see the comments, the people commenting, and
you were in front of the camera?
Yeah, we were, it was like
it's like a live stream,
a long
right?
table, and it was like a live stream, and it was all four of us sitting there, and with it being my show, of course I had to set it off. And mind you, I had strep throat a couple of days prior. I didn't even know we were going to start because I couldn't even talk. But I got better like the day before. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to make this happen. If I got to fake it or something,
With his throat hurting.
Yeah, what's the thing?
It's my regular voice.
Put the little thing in, I don't know what it's called, but
it's crazy because it's true. We've done lives. Like I did my first live recently, just by myself,
like IG
on
live.
IG, right? Just I've never done it, but I was like, I'm gonna do it, whatever, right? And I was just talking about random shit, like I was doing a Lego, and I was just talking to whoever would like hop on. But we used to do Whatnot. Are you familiar with that app?
Whatnot? No.
It's like an app where you can get on and like sell stuff.
It's like to resell,
resell stuff.
Resell anything.
Is it like an offer up kind of?
Nah, it's because during COVID, like people couldn't, pretty much sell in person, like vend and all that stuff. So then people would sell on IG Live, like big thrift pages, or vintage pages, like would host like lives. Like let's say every Thursday, like we're gonna have David, we're gonna have Evelyn, and they're gonna auction off their clothes. And I feel like that sparked an idea, and these people started an app called Whatnot. Okay. And so Whatnot became an auction app. Yeah. And you pretty much just hop on,
like you'll be like, all right, this shirt starting the bid at $1, dope. And then people start bidding.
Yeah, start bidding. It goes up $1,
so
$5, $10.
We started doing that, and I think that's what helped me kind of get. But I would never show my face. I would always just be like.
Yeah, I was the one on camera.
He was on camera, and I was the one talking, but replying to the comments.
And dude, like sometimes I'd have like 10 people, and then just one person, and I'm just like, and you still gotta like. Keep
you gotta keep. It would be the same with us. Like we'd be like, 5 people, 3 people, whatever. It's like, oh, fuck it, we gotta keep going. Like the show's gotta keep.
Yeah, you just act like.
And it's hard. Like if y'all. That's why when people tell us, I want to start a podcast, we're like, well, we have.
You know how many times I stuttered during like when we'd be live, and and then they would laugh, and then I got some stupid ass homeboys, right? They'd be in the comments, you fucking retarded, or like he sound, I couldn't do nothing but laugh because it was like, I mean, I messed up, That's the beauty of being live, though, you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's raw. It's whatever you give. There's no editing. There's no, hey, wait, cut that out, bro. Like, don't put that in there.
Yeah,
nah, shit, you gonna get what you get, and that's.
And sometimes people will like gravitate towards you because of that. Yeah. Like they like to see just how real it is,
Exactly.
And that's why for our podcast, like we'll tell them we'll tell our guests like, well, we don't kind of thing out, like So if we ever ask something and you don't want to answer, just say I don't want to talk about it, and that's it, right? And we'll move on.
Yeah.
And I think like we've muted maybe like 3 episodes, like just like a 2 seconds or something.
Was it because of like of a name or something?
Yeah, names or places.
I said a location of something. Like I said a location of like a place, and then they're like, "Wait, you can't say that." Like, and I was like, "Oh, but I didn't know I was saying it." Right?
Yeah. So like, that bitch lives at 3214 Bissonnette.
Yeah, literally. But no, yeah, like it's cool though. But like I was saying, like if people reached out to you and were like, "Oh, how do you do it? I want to do what you're doing."
Yeah, all the time, and we actually give those opportunities. Like even with Anna, and we have this girl, we call her Mini Blunt, and a few others that we've brought onto the shows. Like especially with the hype, we'll bring them on, let them co-host. She just did an episode with me with De Jesus. We interviewed De Jesus. He's a reggaeton artist. Really dope, man. Really dope. His album's about to come out. But and she sat in on the interview, and got to get a taste of it. That's the one thing I think I pride myself in is giving an opportunity to if it's something you want to do, something you like, because it's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
And then you have to be consistent if you want to do it. So that's the always advice that I give. Like, despite what happened to me last year, the different locations, I still was able to do 50 interviews. We won Best Podcast for Broadcast Houston. We won Best Podcast for Latinx Hip Hop Awards. And I won Best Media Personality for Broadcast Houston as well. And Broadcast Houston, shout out to Broadcast Houston, but they're an all-black platform, predominantly black platform. I have the video on my page of my acceptance speech. I got up there and, I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, my DJ Obedient, he won 2 Best DJ of the Year. Cuban Diva won Best Female Singer. I said, man, we was up there dominating. And one of the last things I said, I don't know if you're familiar with Andre 3000 and his speech at the Source Awards like years ago, where he said, man, the South got something to say, because hip hop was predominantly an East Coast dominant, East Coast and West Coast. Yeah. This was at the height of the East Coast, West Coast thing, but Outkast had won like Best Duo or something. So I knew if I had to give a speech, I knew what I was going to say. And I ended it with, the raza got something to say. And you could hear it in the video, like the crowd went crazy. Like they loved that shit. But I just wanted to let them know, like, hey, motherfuckers, we're here to stay. We're doing some shit and it's legit. And we got people with us too. We ain't alone in this. So that's why I'm grateful that I'm able to come on here with you guys, or I'm able to collab with J Vaz and Jedediah and Pouring Up Talking Shit and Latinx, anybody. I went to Dallas and did the Global Latin Factor podcast at the Canceled Show. I went to Minneapolis. I flew myself to Minneapolis to do Pura Cultura. I don't know if you're familiar with those guys, but it's 2 brothers, Lazy and Smiley. They got a big platform like for Latinos. It's called Pura Cultura Podcast. They're in Minnesota. I went out there last year.
Didn't they ever come over here?
No,
they've never came over here before.
They said they did, but
I want to say I went to like what's that one, 8th Wonder? I feel like I went to 8th Wonder one time, and there was 2 people sitting there. I might have been then. I don't know, but. But then I did. I think I've seen them on Instagram though.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
sure you probably seen them.
And I'm like, they look kind of familiar. I don't know, but
yeah. So going out there was a culture change because of the fact they're in what is Minnesota? Was it like the Midwest ish? I guess I don't know. They have a big like California like following though. Like so, we talked a lot about that. Mexicans using the N-word thing. How is it in Texas? And I'm like, man, we don't really.
I just got called out by that.
You did?
The N-word.
Oh.
By Terry.
Oh yeah.
He was like, because we had a Rob.
He's half
black, half Mexican, right?
Yeah.
And then so Rob couldn't make the show last week, so we had him sub, and then I said the N-word, and then off camera he's like, hey bro, like you said the N-word or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh my bad bro, it's just like the way I grew up, it's just like a thing I would say.
Is he not from here? Or?
Yeah, but he's like, nah, he's like, it don't bother me. It's like, I'm just asking, like, they don't tell you nothing on the podcast? I'm like, nah, I mean, if they ever do, then I'll just address it or whatever, but no, I mean, sometimes Rob's the one that fucking lets that shit go, like, give a fuck, but yeah, bro, because I didn't even ask you, like, where'd you grow up? Like on what side? Or
north side. Yeah, north
side.
We call it North Central. It's close to 5th Ward. Right. If you go to U of H downtown and you go across North Main, there's like Hardy, Quitman, Fulton. Yeah, that area there. I went to Jeff Davis High School. So yeah, I'm from over there, born and raised. Grew up over there, and yeah. So
that's kind of where like, but Bad Astronaut, right?
Yeah, yep, in that little area, same area, yep.
Yeah, that's where we have like that's where we vend.
Okay.
Yeah, and hip hop.
I see there's something going on tomorrow, I think, right? Or Sunday there.
Oh,
they're having.
Weren't they having something today?
Oh, I don't know. They do like different. Now they're doing like a lot more events. No. But we go to the hip hop vintage flea market.
Yeah.
That's the one we go to, and
I've been wanting to connect with them or even go over there.
Let us know, man.
We'll connect you.
Let me know when the next time y'all go.
Well, they're gonna have one in March, but we're gonna be out of town, so they do it the first Sunday of every month.
We got. I don't know what day that falls on, but I know we got Dallas, and I was supposed to go to Los Angeles as well. And then we're doing South by Southwest. We're doing interviews out there. Yeah. So,
shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're not going to be here for the March one, but in April is the first Sunday.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so we'll be there for that one. So if you want to pull up, we can introduce you. The first Sunday.
Are you writing this down? Are you getting all this? Because I'll kid you not, I'll forget. Like you just told me. By the time we get done, I done forgot because it's just so much that that I have going on.
Yeah. So my question is like, how is it? So are you doing this full time now?
Because you said like you're right about there, right? So,
yeah.
So, or do you have another job?
No, like I have another job.
So how are you able to do like everything? Like, how do you have time?
I just make time. It's I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it other than I just make the time because this is what I want to do.
Yeah. But is your job like a 9 to 5? Like,
I work at overnight actually.
Oh, okay.
So like I go in at 11 and get out. So while y'all are sleeping, I'm up.
Working.
And I ain't really working. I hope they don't see this, but I wouldn't call it work.
Yeah.
More like but hey, but I get a lot done actually in those hours, and there's a lot of people up during that time, which is weird because I'm making business deals.
He's up at that time.
Or talking on how to do something else, or I might be working on editing or something, uploading things for the talk show. So you have
your day free.
Yeah.
And that's why you're able to get things done.
No lie, I probably sleep from the hours of 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's about, and that's if I'm lucky. After that, it's a wrap.
And that's the time when people are at work. So it's like regular, 9 to 5.
And
so
people know this and they still call, right? And it don't bother me because my phone goes on silent, the ringer's off. And you might as well, my phone might as well be disconnected because when the few hours I do get to sleep, I'm asleep. Because I know once I wake up, it's a done deal. I'm not getting that back again unless I'm at work. I mean, but I hope they're not watching this. But
So are you bringing like revenue, right?
Revenue
from like what you're doing right now, or how?
We're almost there because of the clothing and the merchandise, the clothing and the events, which we really didn't even really do that many. But this year we're adding more events.
And it's like with your vendors, right?
Yeah, and it's pretty much through the vendors. I'm not. The way I look at it is a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
And that's cool because I'm still going to make my money through the merchandise.
Yeah, and that's the way to think. Like, I was just telling him, I'm just like, man, we're creatives. Like, we have so many ways that we can make money.
Yeah.
And if we have the time, let's do it. Like, let's just pop up and sell or do something. Yeah, because
even then, and then we have platforms. So it's like...
Yeah, you have the platform. Yeah. You have the audience.
And have you looked into like sponsorships and stuff like that for the talk show?
We've posted, we ain't got it yet. We ain't really gotten there yet. But eventually it's going to be a matter of time, really. That's why I try to encourage people that are interested, jump on now. Because once I can do this without having to have a sponsor, it's going to be hard to get to sponsor, it's like get on now while it's cheap, and help support what we're doing. Like pretty much ride the wave now because it's not going to stop. It's only grown in just a short time. So I had the brand for 14 years, right? It's been there. The channel, the YouTube, the YouTube channel was there. You could go on there and you'll see videos from 14 years ago. Actually, the very first video, and I hate to even say this, but I'm throwing the N-word around like it ain't shit. But again, I'm 14, 15 years younger than I was. I was ignorant. I didn't. That's the way we talk, though. I mean, being from the hood where I grew up at, it was black. And again, I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm just saying this is the way we spoke. Yeah. And I heard about 6 N-words. I was like, ooh, that's. I said, do I delete this or do I? But I said to myself, no, because that was me then.
Yeah.
It would be to me. It would be fake to try to kind of like.
Yeah. If you blow up, they're gonna bring it up, and you're gonna have to apologize.
It's like Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah, they bring up like
he said something. You know, I don't know if it was.
I remember.
And
was it on Twitter though? Yeah,
it was on Twitter.
And then he came back and said, "So what? Like it was me a long time ago, and I'm different now, and you know whatever."
Yeah. It's like the Dave Chappelle thing, right? You can't get canceled if you don't give a shit. But I'm man enough to admit that I was wrong in that aspect. I can go delete it right now. Yeah. I can get on my phone, like, you know.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't really be me. And it's not. It was us and the guys that was a part of the group at the time that were the rappers. We were like in the studio, you know. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, these N words ain't gonna. They don't know what's coming. I don't even know what the hell I was saying.
Now I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, go. Yeah, just scroll all the way down. Like,
let me count how many.
Well, I'm gonna tell you it's the first one, so hey, I'll make it easy. You can go look at the first. If you're watching, go look at the first video. I don't care. Like you can, they're gonna scream. It's gonna start floating around. Look, he's racist. Like, bro, no, I'm not. Like that's the way we spoke. I don't care. I admit, you know, and I'm telling y'all like it was me, but I'm not gonna. But I've changed, you know. I've grown, and I don't use it anymore. You know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But well, this thing's about to go off anyway, so let's go on a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Okay. We're back, guys. It's funny because we came up with the podcast idea at Hooters.
Wow.
We were having family Sunday
at Hooters.
Yeah.
So what'd you say?
That we came up with the idea of the podcast.
Oh yeah, Hooters, hell yeah, dude.
Like we would just go and we would just. It was me, him, and our son, and we would just like go on Sundays, you know, sometimes, and we would order food. But he would always. He's a bad influence because he would be like, "Oh, you're gonna drink," and I'm like, "If you're gonna drink," he's like, "Well, I'm gonna drink," and he doesn't get the small one. He gets the big boy. He gets the big one, and I'm just like, all right, so we'll drink like 2 of them while we're there because they only let you have 2 and then a small one after. And we would drink both, and we would just go and drink.
At the time, no, right? Huh? At the time, no.
Yeah, it's always been like that. And
maybe they just like me.
We've been to Twin Peaks like once, I think.
Twin Peaks, yeah, just one time
for our anniversary, right?
Yeah, and I didn't even grab a beer.
We didn't grab a beer.
You know what? My wife doesn't believe me, but I'm like, man, the food is really good. She's like, She calls it, you know, your favorite place, you know. And I'm like, I mean, food is good.
Yeah. So like, whenever we talk about the Hooters story, like they're like, oh yeah, you love going to Hooters. So I'm like, nah, like legit. I just like I like the food. Like it's not
the food is good.
I don't even think they get like the best girls and shit like that. Honestly, okay.
Well, once I don't know why we're going this way, but you know, anyway.
Remember, your wife is watching. No, I think he's only been to Hooters. I mean, he can go, right? Like, but I went
with Wicho one time.
I think he's only been with.
We're going after this. Nah.
To go brainstorm over there.
Yeah, right. No, we literally like go. I think it's always cool that I don't know how it is with you and your wife, right? But when we go out, like, and we're like drinking or just eating, we're like just brainstorming. Like, man, we should do this.
We just start throwing ideas, bro.
I'd be like this when we go. I'm just like. me pegan. No. Where did we go to? We recently went and had lunch. You know, that's the good thing about when the kids are in school. Is like we go to lunch. We went to Ojos. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. At nighttime, I try not to go because that's when it gets kind of rowdy. You know, especially depending on which one you go to. Them fools be out there tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to Ojos and I was just at Twin Peaks not that long ago. That's where I met.
What do you get there?
Like to eat?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're nervous about this.
I was like, wait, to eat? let me think about this answer real quick.
Because you said the food was good.
So they have this plate. It's like it's shrimp and chicken tenders.
Oh, okay.
So I get the shrimp blackened and the tenders fried. And they come with fries. The fries are pretty good. So yeah, that's usually my go-to meal.
Oh, okay. Because we got wings, right? Yeah. We're wings people.
I am too. And amazingly enough, I've never had the wings at Twin Peaks.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite wing spot?
Damn.
Okay, I guess let's think about it, right? There's
there's
Wingstop.
Okay.
There's Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings,
Bayou City
Hooters,
Wings.
Bayou City Wings.
I like Bayou City Wings and Pluckers almost.
Oh, and Pluckers.
You know,
Pluckers.
almost. You know, but I don't really care. I whatever, bro. I like Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's crazy to meet somebody that likes Bayou City Wings. Right?
Yeah. Well, I guess because Bayou City Wings is only like a Houston thing, right? Like.
I'm not even sure, probably.
I think so, yeah. I think so. But
it's kind of wild. Like, I've always told her, I'm like, Bayou City Wings is like, when we go to like New Orleans or something, like they have like a rough looking spot or just some like random local spot. And I'm like, I'm not going to go there. Let me go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
But should them be the best ones, though?
Yeah, but yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if people from out of town come here and see Bayou City Wings and they're like, I'm not going to go there.
But yeah, Bayou City Wings, he put me on.
Well, we first stumbled upon that. My son used to play select baseball, right? Travel baseball. So we were out in like Pearland somewhere.
Yeah.
We got done playing. Man, we're hungry. Let's go eat somewhere. So we riding down the one of those streets, and we just saw Bayou City Wings. And we pulled in. Yeah, so it's been a wrap since then. Like, you know, it just
you got their whole thing is like an alligator on their shit.
Depending on what our bank account looks like, you know, it's just kind of like
Thursdays it's basically 2 for Thursdays, right?
Yeah.
I miss them days though. Like when I was working at the Soundwaves, we worked in a strip center, right? And there was a wing place. I don't know, it was some bootleg wing, you know, Wings USA or something. But they every Tuesday and Thursday they had the 2 for 2 special. So every Tuesday and Thursday, guess what we were eating? Wings.
Yeah.
And I got a funny story about that, real quick. We sent the guy to get white dude from Baton Rouge. We're busy. I'm gonna go get some wings. What you want, man? I don't care. Just get them hot. You know, I'm on the register. He's all right, cool. He comes back. I swear he walks in the door and I smell it. And I'm like, yo, that's too strong, bro. What did you? He got all suicide. 100 suicide wings.
Wingstop.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was called then. And I was like, bro, this was strong. I only ate 2. I couldn't. I couldn't feel my lips or my tongue. Pause. But you know, it was like I had to like I'm not eating this no more, bro.
Yeah, like Pluckers, they play you, man. If you don't know Pluckers, get the mild, guys. That's hot. That's regular hot.
You ever had the Dr. Pepper ones from Pluckers?
Nah. No? Are they good?
Yes.
Wait, Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, they have the Dr. Pepper ones. But I'm always like, I'm not trying that shit.
I like just going for the same shit all
the time.
I
just get honey barbecue, bro.
Like my wife will not change. Like,
I get mild because last time I thought I was like a badass and I'm gonna get medium.
What do you get from Wingstop?
Wingstop?
What flavor?
Original hot.
And I get honey barbecue. I mean, barbecue. And then sometimes I'll do like the mango habanero.
We've also gotten the Louisiana rub though.
Yeah.
That one's good.
But you know how sometimes they have like the remix flavors?
Yeah.
And then I like getting that, like, cause it's a barbecue with like some other shit.
Usually I'll mix. I'll get the Louisiana rub and then the lemon pepper.
Oh, see, I don't know. I'm not too big on the lemon pepper wings. I see,
at all? From none of
them? Nunca me llama la atención. You speak Spanish, right?
Sí.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like.
Claro.
Yeah, but I think for sure for me, the wings. I don't know. I think I would go with. I like Pluckers or I like Hooters wings. The wings from Hooters are good.
Yeah.
They're breaded and they're good.
I don't eat my wings with ranch.
Me either.
Oh, you don't?
Nope. My wife does when they say how many ranch you want, whatever she wants, because I don't
like just get that one.
I cannot eat it without ranch actually, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's weird.
I don't know how you like. I have a friend, my friend Jennifer. I'm probably sure she used to work with me at Soundwaves. I'm pretty sure she'll never see this, but she always would laugh at me. And my sisters will tell you this. My wife will tell you this. When I used to eat like the wings back then, I'd have sauce all on my face. Like
no sabías comer.
No, a mí me valió madre. I'm like, and when I'd be at work at Sound, this is when we worked at the record store.
Yeah.
Some lady would come in, hey sir, I need some help. I'm turning around with a wing, and you know, I'm like, yeah, what can I help you? And I had that wing sauce on my face, and my friend Jennifer would be like, go wipe your face. I was like, man, damn that, I'm eating.
I only dirty 2 fingers, these 2, and that's what I'm just like eating. The same 2 fingers, like
you know, because of that, I don't eat like when we vend, like or we set up. I try not to eat, because whenever I would go as like a customer or just like just to go walk around. and I'm like, hey, how much is this? They're like eating. They're like, oh, well, and I'm just like, man, I never want to be that guy.
Oh, at my events, I don't eat either. Like people, some of the vendors be like, hey man, here you want, and I might take a bite or two, and then I'm like, I'll tell my wife, here man, you eat it, because I'm just so busy.
If I'm in there, if it's like a heavy food and it's super saucy or some shit,
they'll be looking for me like, where's David? Like we got the next performer, and I'm in the truck sleep, like I got the itis, like they say. I didn't ate too much, but
Yeah.
Mm-mm. But I was gonna get into what. Like who are you trying to like get for the, like, whenever it comes down to the show, to TDM, is that like a guest thing, or is the hype like the guest one, or are both of them?
TDM Talk is the guest, like that's where I do the interviews, like we'll interview a special guest. The hype is pretty much myself, J Vaz, and then we'll have a female co-host to get a female perspective. We haven't picked one per se that we want to, I think we're still having tryouts for that. Because I've brought in Melissa from Houston Drip Sauce. I've brought in Minnie Blunt, my friend Barbara. Anna's been on it, But I think having that mix is cool.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be cool if y'all bring different girls all the time? I think that's a cool way to go about
Sounds
it.
Sounds sexist, but yeah,
Oh my.
Bring different girls all the time. You whore, you man whore. Like, no, we're talking about a talk show.
I mean, if that's how you feel.
I mean, no, I think that's a good idea. And that's what I told J-Vaz. I'm like, I think instead of picking one, because then what if she can't come? Then it's like, well, we got to, get the next person available. Is like, okay, let's call around and see who's available.
Yeah.
And I think we're supposed to film, when we're filming? Tuesday. I think Tuesday we're doing an episode of The Hype.
Yeah, do them in the evenings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I got, we'll literally record all day. Like I'll be doing TDM Talk, and then we'll jump into The Hype, and then we rap.
Yeah.
But like I said, in a couple of weeks, we're going to go live with The Hype. Because that's more everyday conversation. We'll have topics, and we did like the one we just dropped is, what does it mean to be in love? And everybody had a different answer. Yeah. We asked the question, what does it mean to be in love to you? And everybody.
What was your answer?
I don't remember. I was inebriated. No.
I
plead the fifth.
I saw one where it was like what's your purpose in life, or
it's like,
I'm not gonna lie though, like they're like it's like those simple questions, but it's like
it's thought-provoking.
It gets different answers from different people.
Going.
It gets the people going.
I think that's with me and my co-host Alondra. If you ever need a girl, she'd be good. Like she's like super religious, but she's like a barber, so it's just like,
that's a crazy,
it's like
a crazy combo, you know. Yeah. So when we're here, like we'll be saying things, and it just goes back and forth, right? Like, so it's
we
cool.
have some topics that really cause you to think, make you think. Like, I don't know if we've touched this one yet, pause, but the what does it mean to be a man? Like, to you, what does it mean to be a man? We did. I think we did that one. Yeah. And we even asked women, what is in your opinion, what is a man to you? And everybody has because based on your past experiences and who you had in your life, it will tell you what you think a man should be. Some women didn't have a man growing up, so they don't know. Yeah. They didn't have, their dad wasn't in their life.
Or it could be something like, he's got to know how to change a tire, or
exactly,
like just do manly shit. Right? Like,
have you seen the clip where Rob says what's expected from his wife, and he's like, I'm gonna say it, I don't care, and he's like, I think she needs to do basically women chores, and I'm like, well, what is women chores like? And he's like, laundry, dishes, and I'm like, and what?
Controversy.
Oh my god! Like on TikTok, they just went off on him.
Yeah, they said he has caca underwear and all this shit. Like, yeah, they went in on him.
Somebody said he's the type that when he was single, he wouldn't wash it. He'd just buy new underwear.
Wow. All right, fuck it. This one's a little too stained. I'm gonna go and get the other one.
But that's cool though, because it is topics that just gets you thinking. Like, like we have these they're called like table topics or whatever. Yeah. And sometimes me and her will just pull a card and just be like, well, okay, let's talk about this, and and it's just something super like random,
Like another one was like, can you love someone but not be in love with them?
Yes.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
You can love somebody and not be in love with them.
That's true.
What do you think?
I agree. No, I agree. Well,
I love my dad. I'm not in love with him though.
Well, we excluded family. We're like,
okay.
I made a disclaimer of saying because there are people in relationships who are not in love with each other. They're in it because, I need a place to stay.
And you know what's funny that you asked that? Because I literally just asked him yesterday. I was like,
do you love me?
No, I was like, are you in love with me? And he's like, yeah, I love you. I'm like, no, but are you in love? And then he's like, yeah, I'm
Which
in
is
love
two
with
totally
you.
different things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when you are in love, like, man, it's a different type of love, right? But when you love somebody, it's just like, te tengo cariño, you know? But I'm not gonna die for you, kinda, you know. Yeah. But when you're in love, like, you're willing to just go above and beyond for that person. Yeah. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I'll fucking die for her right now, on the spot, right now, on camera.
Damn.
Relax. It's like
I'll leave you with a viral clip, and then you're good to go. You know, like.
This is not how I want to go viral. Like, I want to go viral, but goddamn, like, look, hey, let's. I don't know who you got next week, but let's wait till they come in. I'm good. Oh man, nah.
Yeah, no, but those they're good questions, bro. Honestly, like, cause for posted, we just talk about like trending topics or things that are going on like right now or whatever, but. And then you get more of those questions.
We
like,
have
what's your
more
purpose?
of the thoughtful like questions like that,
ones,
you know. But we also get like anonymous stories sometimes. Like I'll just post like when I remember to post the link so people can send their stories. Yeah. And then we'll just get those.
Bro, y'all should do that. Like those are cool. Like
we've gotten some crazy stories.
But then they get shit for it though, cause they laugh about them. Like they'll get like a very like, man, you know, my girlfriend like left me, whatever, just shit like that, and they'll like talk about it and they'll just fucking laugh, make jokes. So people are like, hey, y'all should take them more serious, cause but it's like, come on, y'all know who y'all submitting to, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody sent us a story. I know, I don't know if they've heard it or not, but entre nos, somebody sent us a story that the girl was in love with her cousin.
Oh wow.
And her and the cousin had like a whole ass relationship.
Damn.
And it just became like this whole thing, right?
So you can't be in love with your family.
Not me, but
cousin fucker.
See, imagine if you would have said that.
Well, see, that's part of my problem right now is like, so like I think the last episode we did of The Height, we were talking about somehow we got into like catfishing, right? And I told a story about how I was catfished. This was back in the AOL chat days, you know.
Yeah.
Before, because back then in those chat rooms you couldn't I didn't know what you looked like.
Yeah, it was just the username.
I'm just going off what you're telling me. You could be like, I'm 36, 24, 36, and you see her and you're like, nah, you really not that, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I said something like, hey, look, man, if you fat, you fat. Just say that. Don't say you're thick. Say, you're fat. And I was like, damn. After I said it, I was like, yo, I'm going to catch some heat for this, bro. Like, the fat girls are going to be, I'm sorry, the big bone, the chunk. You shut the hell up.
There's no such thing as big bone.
Big bone.
Yeah, no, we literally just talked about that too.
No,
and people on comments were like, nah, like there's X-rays, like how's there big bone people that are all this shit? And I said like Platinum Fitness is like for insecure people, like, you know.
And they became another thing.
And that's the whole.
And then I think Rob said something where like he's like, are you a gorilla or some shit?
He was like if you're okay with dying in a few years, then do that, you know, like shit like that. But, bro, you don't give a fuck.
Hey man, shout out to Rob, man.
Yeah, shout out Rob.
Wow.
You got no filter, but.
So what do you have like I know you said you had something in the works right now, but right now your next project would be.
So March 2nd, we have March Madness is our first annual one we're doing. We're doing it at Tequila Bees, starts at 9 p.m. We'll have performances, and a few vendors out there. So we'll see how that goes. What else do we have? We have actually we're going to Dallas. One of our artists, that's another thing. We got the music, Type Shit. She's dropping her project Wednesday. On 221. It's called 221. She's into the numbers, right? The like the angel numbers or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Like the 111.
Yeah. So hers is 221. I don't really know what it means. I never looked it up.
Neither.
But
mine's 9292.
That's your birthday.
I know, but what are the odds that it's 9292?
I always say mine was 6969.
Oh my god.
Kind of a bad joke, But it's my way of making fun of.
You get it, right?
Yeah. And also too, like,
when are you ever gonna see that though? Right?
Yeah, I see it all the time. Oh, man.
He's like, that's my number.
Hey, you're gonna put it around your house.
I got it
like,
tattooed on my chest. I'm like, take off my chest.
6 Flags.
But yeah, so she's dropping her project. It's an EP, 221 R&B.
So are y'all managing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we have Type Shit, female R&B. She does R&B. She raps as well. Amazing Ike. He's a male singer, rapper, you know. And then Mike Garza. He's a lyrical, you know, we talked about AB Rabs and Chop the Father and those guys. Like, he's lyrical monster. Like, even those guys will tell you, like, this guy is insane. We just dropped a track in January called Perfect Timing. Mm-hmm. All three of them are on it. People didn't know what to expect because they had never worked together. 2, their styles are like almost opposites of each other. But this shit is dope. We shot the video to it. It's on all streaming platforms and all that. So we're working on their projects. We're going to March 1st. We're going to Dallas to do the Type Shit's doing some interviews out there. Going on a promo run, you know, promoting her project. Mike Garza will be in Los Angeles March 8th through the 10th at Lighter Fluids. Shout out to Viva Mezcal, Audio P, 86 Inca. We talked about the platforms like ours. They're pretty much what they are, what we are down here. They're like that in LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were here for Embrace the Culture event in September. Viva Mezcal is an artist from Boyle Heights, Los Angeles. I mean, dude's dope. Got up there, performed, no track, no vocals, you know, he's just out there, you know, on the mic going with the beat, you know. I'm like, that's dope to me. A lot of people rap to their vocals nowadays, so it's one of them things. But so we got that. Then Javez and I will be doing interviews at South by Southwest. So if you're at South by Southwest this year in Austin, man, pull up on us. I'm not entirely sure, but where we'll be at, I think we'll be under the Gold Toes tent or whatever space he's got for us. We'll be there. As I get more information, we'll post on our Instagram.
Yeah, I did want to ask, like, how y'all were gonna like do that. Was it gonna be like street interviews or like be set up somewhere?
From what I was told, we're gonna be set up, and then people can just pull up, and you know, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I'm not walking around doing interviews like. Look,
with the little baby mic.
I'm lazy. I'm gonna be like this. Like, you want an interview? No, all right, cool. On my phone.
Or you know what though? Like, y'all could do where like y'all schedule. On the day, like, because I think when we did we did one event. Well, our first event.
We used to do couches. Like, instead of the table, we had couches. So we did an event at Post Houston, and we took 2 couches. And so we would just tell people, hey, pull up at 3. That's like gonna be your slot or whatever. But it was like a quick, like 5-minute. Like,
yeah.
So we had like 10, 15 people.
Yeah, and it was really good. That was one of our like top.
That shit exhausting though. I ain't gonna lie. I did 10 in one day at an event.
We forgot to eat.
Yeah. No, I was so like, after that I was like, and some of those interviews were like 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes, and I was kind of like, what did I do? But just standing there and just talking, you know. And then some of those guys, they ain't really have nothing to really talk about. So it was like,
it was the
it was like the bro, we working on a project, bro. Yeah, when does it come out? Shoot, I don't know. All right, man. Hey, we're gonna end the interview. You know, like on that note, thank you for tuning in to TDM Talk. February 25th, actually, that's next weekend. I think next Sunday, I believe, we'll be at the Hidden Garden pop up that he's doing. It's in Pasadena. I don't remember the exact address, but I think if you look up the Hidden Garden, it'll come up. Yeah,
the flyer or whatever.
Yeah. So I'll be doing interviews there, actually. You know, and that's because he's my boy. Shout out to my boy Roger for the Hidden Garden. He has some dope ass tacos. He has a taco truck and everything, and he asked me to, you know, come do interviews. I said, okay, bro. I had to correct him.
Is it gonna be like a sit down?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a table set up, and I'll have, you know, the little mini baby mics, they can call them. You know, now she emasculated me. I'm like, damn, I gotta now go get some big ass mics. Like, now I feel like, damn, I can't even wear the little baby ones now. Like, where's your mic? It's so little. No. Thanks, Evelyn. No, but no, I'm messing with you. So we'll be, you know, and I think Low G, the homie Low G, will be out there. Shout out to Low G, Dope House Records, and a few other people. A lot of vendors will be out there. But I had to correct him because on the flyer he put he'll be interviewing all the vendors. Bro, he got 30 vendors. I DM'd them. I said, you better change that. I'm not doing no 30 interviews. The hell, you crazy. That's a lot. I said, I'll be there all damn day doing that. Even if I gave everybody 2 or 3 minutes, he goes, oh, my bad, bro. I wasn't expecting you. I said, no, I'm just the way you worded it is... Because I don't want vendors to be mad at you because they didn't get an interview.
And then you look bad because...
I look bad because you making it seem like I promised. Yeah. Like, you didn't interview me.
Or they skip me or like, some shit.
Yeah, I'm skip a few of them. I'm say that.
No, imagine. That's a lot.
30 interviews?
That's like a minute. Like, that's like already a 30-minute episode.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, pretty good. All right, man. Hey, that's the next episode.
What do you sell?
What do you sell? Tacos? All right, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. Next. So
where can they find you?
Yeah, where can they find you? It don't matter. We'll put it in the description. Don't worry about it. Cut them off. Don't even let them answer. We'll put it in the description. Don't even worry about it. So yeah, we got that the February 25th, and then all the stuff we got in March.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
So how does it work? You're like, I think the second manager. You're a manager, right?
I'm a lot of things, but yeah.
Yeah, right.
So would be the first.
KPs.
DS.
Yeah. Yeah. So my question is like, how does it work? Like, do you get a cut or no?
There'd have to be something there first for me to get a cut, so right?
Now
so we're building. We're in the building stages of kind of like negotiating everything. It's almost like a trial basis, right? Like, so I always tell artists, look, give me 6 months. Let's give each other 6 months. If you're not happy, we walk away. If I'm not happy, we walk away. Now, if we go further, then let's put something on paper so that we can continue this. And that way, everything is in black and white.
Yeah.
And in this case, technically, if you think about it, you're the person that's investing the time.
Yeah.
Because they're like the, what do you call it? Like the
talent?
They're the talent. Right?
Yeah.
So you're
committing... But he's a talent as well, though.
No, as a manager. Yeah, but like in this case, it's just like they're the ones that are getting like the spotlight.
That's always the tricky part, right? Because if you look at our platforms, I have the bigger platform out of them. So, and I'm not saying that they're benefiting more from this than I am. I think we're both benefiting from it, but I am putting you out there to my audience, which normally wouldn't have been the case.
Yeah,
and at the same time, it's like, they're trusting you to promote them or put them out there, but then you're trusting them to like represent you in a way with your connections. You know what I mean?
That's the conversation we had with them. Like, they're like, well, what do you want from us? Just get eyes on what we do as a brand. Represent the brand. Do it the right way. Professional. We talked about that on the Powder episode. Powder was like, a lot of the industry is not professional.
Yeah,
and I agree. Artist wise, I've had artists no show me at events, and honestly, if you no show me, I'm done. I unfollow you. I don't even DM me and ask me for no favors.
Yeah,
you don't even exist to me no more, because I take that as a big sign of disrespect. Because you just was like, man, I don't care.
Yeah.
So.
But with that being said, we're gonna go on our last break, and we'll be back, guys.
Yes, sir.
We are back.
I
didn't change the battery on these, so
okay.
I'm just gonna play it safe. They're good.
Okay.
But I won't play it safe.
He gives me shit for not changing it one.
Yeah, because their cameras die and they keep recording, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing?
But so we are back. I have three questions, right? 2 is for both of y'all, and then the last one's for you. But you want to touch on the music really quick? Or what did you have, like?
I don't know. I feel like we
were on it.
We're going like on it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, if you remember, you'll ask him. So this is for both of y'all. What posters did you guys have in your room when you were young?
Paula Abdul and Alyssa Milano. My wife gonna give me shit about Alyssa Milano. I was like, "Who's your little girlfriend?" That was a big Alyssa. I had a crush on her. Like,
I need to look her up. Let me see.
Alyssa?
Alyssa. Yeah.
How do you spell her
Alyssa?
name?
Alyssa. She was in Charmed and all kind of movies. Yeah.
Oh Oh wait, she's from the show. What's her show?
Your guess is as good as mine. That was a
the
kid.
The witch one, right?
I think that's Charmed, right?
Yeah, Charmed. Yeah, Charmed. Yeah. I used to watch that with my mom.
Yeah.
She's pretty. Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm proud. Like, oh, well, thank you. In that case, no.
I didn't have posters.
Or like a paper or what?
Nah, well, I mean, I was like cartoon shit, like maybe Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or some shit.
Oh yeah, you young. See, growing up,
I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh too, but never had a poster though.
Yeah, I didn't have posters either, but I'm pretty sure I had like a little booklet that came with the mini posters or something. I don't know.
We had these magazines called Bop. They were like
Bop, Bop, Bop.
Teen Pop, Teen. You know, they had all like the.
Now they have Kids Bop, right?
Yeah. Yes, okay. Correct.
Bop, yeah.
I don't know if it's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same thing. There's a Kids Bop, yes.
No, but I'm talking about like the ones where it's like music, but it's good for kids, right? Like it doesn't say bad words.
So this was like a magazine that focused on like all the teen, whoever was teen, like teen celebrities, right? They would have all the teen celebrities and music people. So every month they drop an issue, you know, and that was the thing back in the day. You go to Kroger or Fiesta or whatever.
Oh my God, yes, it's
man.
They had the magazines in there, and you'd look, you know, and they would have like all, you know, that. I don't even know who at the time, but I just remember them too. Because I again, you know, I loved Alyssa Milano and Paula Abdul.
Like that.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that the same thing?
Bop. No.
But yeah, that's
that's not Kids Bop.
No, I know.
Kids Bop is a whole different thing.
Yeah, I know.
Teen Bop.
I just said.
Yeah, you're talking about the music thing.
For me, my posters were I had an Aventura poster because I had gone to their concert and I had gotten a poster. I think that's the only one I had.
You wish Romeo would dance on you.
Hell nah. I used to think he was cute, but then his voice changed over time, and it was just like, okay.
You know what he used to do, right? Like he'd like grab like a big girl from the audience, and then like
he would dance.
It would always be a big girl, and then he'd dance on her and stuff.
Is there a reason why?
It's just like one of those like, oh, I'm gonna get a big girl, you know?
Because they never get.
But then one time, bro,
she sound like me now. I said
because I said they never get picked.
Oh yeah,
and I guess that's
he's
why.
That guy. Yeah, like he's the most.
El rey
like J-Vaz said, shout out to the tortas out there. You know, shout out
to. But so he one time he got like, remember?
Yeah.
Like there was this she wasn't a teacher. She was like, she would help out at the school.
In the front desk.
At the, like a receptionist or some shit at our high school. And I remember she told me one time, or she told us, like the class, she's like, yeah, you know, I was one of the girls, you know, that Romeo like danced on.
She was a big girl.
But then like the school found out and they saw the video, and I think she got in trouble for it.
Oh wow.
But I mean, it was out of her hand. It was like,
yeah.
She was.
Hey, she got picked by El Rey, you know. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't really like going to concerts, you know, but I love bachata, you know.
I got into that genre like late. It was really because of my wife. She loves that. She loves that music.
Old school bachata is so much better.
Oh, people tell me that all the time. When I play the new stuff, like I'm usually like the, you know, when you have a house party, I'm like the DJ, you know, for the party because we don't hire anybody. And I play all kinds of music, but when I play that, they're like, oh, it ain't nothing like the old stuff, you know. I'm like, I don't know.
No, if you go to my side, like my family, like we'll play the old bachata. Like it's just like we don't really play the new stuff. I don't even play the new stuff really. Like I just like the old bachata.
Junior H y Peso Pluma just came out with the bachata today.
Yeah, I know, it's alright.
It was alright.
I haven't heard it. Okay, next question. If you owned a boat, what name would you choose for it? If y'all owned a boat.
If I owned a boat.
The Mexican.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I thought he was going to say
something. Or the
something.
damn Mexican. I don't know.
I thought he was going to be like.
Boats and hoes. Mi barquito. Damn. Is that not cool? Mi barquito. Mi barquito, way.
What kind of boat is it, though? Is it like a big boat, small boat?
I don't know about boats. It's just a boat.
Because when I hear barquito, I'm thinking like a small little canoe or little...
What if it was like a yacht and I just called it barquito? And people would be like, oh shit, he balling. Because that's like a barquito.
I guess you want to look at it like that. I don't know why the name like Tina came to my mind.
Tina.
Like Tina? Like
Tina.
Like bathtub?
Tina
Latina?
Turner?
Oh, I guess. I don't know why it came to my mind, but obviously I wouldn't use
Tina
that
Turner?
name.
Who's that? Did she get beat up?
Turner?
She got beat up?
Yeah. By Ike.
By Ike? Okay, then.
Not Amazing Ike, though. Shout out to Amazing Ike. He's one of our artists. Matter of fact, in the song Perfect Time, and Mike Garza says a rhyme, I'm chilling with Ike, but not the one that beat up Tina. Yeah, it was pretty dope.
You know, circling back to the K Reno thing, it's because I was just telling her about K Reno, because I correct her grammar a lot, like not just hers, but like just people, you know.
Yeah.
I do that to my wife, and she hates it.
And but it's because, so then I came to the realization the other day, and I was like, you know what? It's because I used to rap, right? And I told her, I'm like, you know what? Thinking about it, I used to carry like a fucking a mini dictionary to on purpose like use bigger words or whatever. And I'm like, and so I told her, I'm like K Reno, like he uses some big ass words, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, it was one of those things like, oh, I want to sound like that. So
you would like Mike Garza then. I'm gonna put you on to his music, but anyway,
right.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so it's like one of those things. Like maybe that's why I'm so big on grammar, because growing up, because I used to have an accent like when I would rap, because I started rapping like when I was in 7th grade.
Oh damn.
And but then over time, you know, was se me va the accent, whatever, and then that's when I'm like, all right, like I know how to speak properly or whatever, you know.
Do you know Tank be chopping? He's a barber.
He's a big barber.
Oh, he used to rap back in the day, right?
Yeah.
We used to do shows kind of like around the same time, because it was him, Druzy, us. We were all kind of like in that same little circle, but I haven't really heard much from him.
He came on for his episode, and we got super drunk.
Oh,
we were like, he brought like a bottle, and we were just like drinking, taking shots and drinking beer, right? Man, the last segment of that, they were having a rap battle.
Oh, that's funny.
Who
won?
Well, he came with written shit, bro. Like,
oh, that don't count then, right? Or does it?
It was supposed to be a freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
But we were texting like, yeah, it's gonna be a freestyle. Well, y'all were talking, and then he showed up,
like,
and man, he was ready, and I'm just like, that was not a freestyle.
Like, man, bro, you caught me off guard, bro. Like,
nah, that don't.
Yeah, and I was just like, what are you doing? Like, come on, because I've heard him rap, you know, and I think he's
why you
good.
stop?
Nah, just because I started this. I'm a graphic designer, like mainly.
Oh, dope.
So I started doing a bunch of design shit. But I haven't said it, you know. But I wanna get back into it, and I wanna drop something like maybe by my birthday type shit. But I don't know, shit, maybe. You never know.
You never know.
You never know, because I'm fucking cold with it, bro. Like,
The last, yeah, you're pretty good.
I am.
Not because he's my husband, right? But he's good.
Mm-hmm. We'll be the judge of that.
You went to that the Jack Daniels one, right?
Yeah. Well, are you familiar with SF2? Because they're by Greens Point.
Yeah.
Well, they used. Well, I don't know if they're still there, but because they hosted a Jack Daniels like honey like rap thing, and then they brought DJ.
That's pretty good too. That Jack Daniels honey is pretty good.
Yeah, that's the first time I tried it.
Oh, I don't think we have.
We would take shots at work. Well, not where I'm at now, but allegedly.
Yeah. They brought DJ Envy. They had
that's dope.
What's her name? Just Brittany. You know, Just Brittany.
Yeah,
they had her and somebody else. There were three judges.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember I was at work, and then they were like, "Hey, we're gonna have this thing, whatever." And I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna fucking leave, and I'm gonna go." You know, I went, pulled up, and I was probably the only Hispanic there. You know, that one's dead, but we got this one. And then it was like just a bunch of black people, you know, and it's like, fuck, I'm about to rap in front of DJ Envy type shit. Yeah. And I was like, dude, and then they gave me a beat, and then the beat was like too slow for how I used to rap, and it just didn't sound right, and I just fucking flopped, bro.
Damn.
But then they had like Jack Daniels with some lemonade.
Yeah.
And that's when
that's when it became.
At that point, I was like, oh shit, this is good.
Yeah.
I walked away with pride, you know.
Yeah.
Some little Jack.
So the last question is, we like to ask our guests like what your first impression of us was. You can be straight up.
Yeah.
Like in person or like via text or just
person.
in general?
In general, porque, well, we talked a little bit text, you know. Like, I don't think we cracked the joke until today with the whole water thing.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought I'd set the tone by doing that.
Because I was like, water. I was like, what do you mean by that?
Honestly, I thought I had texted back the day that he created the group message, because normally that's how it goes. Like either he or I create the group message and we both reply the day of. Like that's
so yeah. Day. So you said the water thing, right? And like, can I bring a water? And then I'm like, so I put a water, LOL, you know, whatever. And I'm like, hey, I laughed at his text. Is that mean? And then she's like, nah, you know. But
not knowing the type of person I was, right? Like,
yeah.
If I was like a serious person, like, well, I don't know if he's gonna take, like, nah, I don't.
Yeah, so I'm not. Yeah, so like I was like, even before, like I said, I had seen the year anniversary episode, so I kind of like got a vibe of how you were, you know, and I was like, all right, he does like jokes, you know, he's not like super serious, but you do come off serious. That was my first impression.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, you have like a serious look.
But I am, you know, I got, thanks Dad, I got that from my dad. We always joke about how my friends would come over and my dad always had this, you know, mean look, like he was just mad. My grandfather the same way. I try not to be that way, but shit is my face. It's like the way I look. But until you get to know me, and then I'm like, oh, this guy's fucking goofy, you know, like he's really just a clown. And my youngest boy's the same way. But so I did have a preconceived notion because I did see some of the episodes or whatever, and I thought, I guess if I could describe it with one word, I would say cool. You know, I was kind of like, oh, they seem cool. Yeah, it seemed like some people I could just chop it up with, you know. And I'll say this, that being here now and that we just did this, like, I love y'all for real. Like, I think y'all are dope. Like, I really think y'all dope. This doesn't happen a lot where I have these kind of conversations and we have this much fun with it. Yeah. A lot of times people take themselves a little too serious, you know, or I'll crack a joke and it's just like crickets, you know, and it's like, oh, you didn't get it, you know, fuck you, you know. It's like, why didn't you laugh? I'm funny. Bitch, I'm funny. Nah, but, you know, so it's one of them, like, that I respect what y'all do, you know, but upon... And then meeting y'all, just even walking in, y'all very welcoming, very, you know, just real down to earth, man. And I appreciate that because I'm that way, you know. Yeah. With everybody, even though the look might come off deceiving, you know, I'm not really like that. But I use it to my advantage, though. If I don't like a motherfucker, I'm gonna give him that look. Like, don't even approach me, motherfucker. You know.
No, and then honestly, bro, like what we like about the podcast, and we say it a lot, is that like we bring on people and. Honestly, like, let's say, like, we see each other again, like, maybe 2 weeks from now or whatever. It's going to be, like, an even more, like, familiar vibe to it. Like, it's going to be, like, right now, even though it's going well, you know, like, the podcast, the episode was good. It's like it's our first time meeting. So it's like, there's that little bit of awkwardness. Like, I don't know how you might be or whatever, you know.
Well, at the beginning,
At the beginning, yes. But then, like... If I see you 2 weeks from now, I'm like, what's up, David? What's up, bro? Like, you know, and it's like from there, we
what's
just
up, my N-word?
Yeah, because I feel like with the podcast, we're able to build those connections, and then they just become like family,
ultimately, I want them to become like, friendships and shit, like you know, relationships and everything. So it's like
I'm a firm believer in the relationship, having that relationship. Like I feel, and I'll say this on record, on camera, or whatever, to you guys, like. You know, if there's ever anything that I can do, feel free to reach out. Y'all have my number. Y'all need anything at any time. You know, our platform is open. You know, y'all open and I want to bring y'all on to TDM Talk one day, and you know, we just kind of have a part 2 of this. You know, on our show. So,
and if y'all ever need a girl on the other one, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, we did. We will because we, you know, Anna's our producer now. She didn't graduate to producer. J-Vaz almost fired her like a week ago. He was like, "Nah, I don't even know what she did.
Like she's too bossy." You know?
Yeah, she put the camera on him the whole time. It was like, "Nah, that other one, he's ugly, so I'm gonna put it on."
No, but overall, I really like this episode, and I'm glad we were. Some time on here. Okay, no, but still, like, I'm glad that we were able to meet you, you know, and like sit down and have like an actual conversation. And again, like, this is why we like the podcast. And like I was telling you, like off camera, I'm like, we don't like it. We don't like saying it's an interview because it's not, because it's really like a conversation. Like, and you don't really get to sit down with people and have deep conversations or just get to know conversations, because it's just you're everywhere.
I had to stop labeling whenever I drop an interview, I had to stop labeling it an interview. I'll put episode. the latest episode is out, or the powder episode is out now, because it's not really an interview. Yeah. It's not a Q&A where I'm just like, so where did you grow up? Okay, next question. You know, it's like, you know, nah, it's not.
Yeah, because then you go and I watch like the actual interviews. You know, like I'm trying to think of somebody, but
like Spoil Latina, she does interviews. Well, she used to.
Yeah, but like I'm speaking like on music stuff. But like they'll be like, oh well, what's your favorite song off this album, and what does it mean to you? Like,
so when I went to the Global shout out to Crispin, Global Latin Factor, right? This dude was prepared. He did his homework. He had notes. He knew all kind of shit about me, and I was like, damn, I didn't know that about me. So how the hell you know? Who told you that? You know, who told you that shit? Now, but that preparedness was dope to me. Yeah. But that's not me.
Yeah, there's like, no, it's a whole craft, bro. Like people who interview and actually like do their shit. Like I did at first. I even told her, like, I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna start like doing my homework a little bit more, like, you know. But then I don't ever want it to come off like too interviewy. Yeah, like it's just like, so I'd rather just chop it up.
We just have like talking points in case we have the guests, like you said, that in case we have those guests, I feel like we have talking points to keep going, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, other than that, you haven't anything for us? Or?
Man, I just appreciate y'all for having me, inviting me out, you know, to come out and do this on y'all's platform. I respect what y'all do even more now, especially upon meeting you guys and getting to know you a little bit. It almost feels like we've been knowing each other, really. It really feels like we've been cool, like you know. Shout out to the whole TDM team, you know, Anna, Cuban Diva, Mini Blunt, Amazing Ike type shit, Mike Garza. Don't let me forget nobody, because Hardcore Salvadoran, he's our graphic designer. I don't know if you've seen our artwork, but it's fucking crazy. My bro Zach's been down with me since forever. Who else? Cuban Diva. Who? Oh, Channel Lee, and she's in Austin. She's a DJ, female DJ. She was on the radio in Dallas, a radio station. So shout out to Channel Lee. Man, and
you got a big team, bro.
Yeah, it's growing, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And we appreciate everybody that does something for the brand, whatever it is. You know, everybody has a position to play. It's just, you know, hopefully everybody knows the position to play and will play it to their best ability. And then when the opportunity comes up to you, for you to rise up and you know, pause. I saw y'all had some episode about the pause. Like, why do men say pause? And I'm a huge pause. You know, Cameron, Diplomat fans. So I watched, you know, it is what it is. And them boys be paused all the time. You know, Dame Dash, all those guys. I've been saying that for like, since they were saying it back in the 2000s. So it's not nothing new.
Somebody did comment that Dame Dash came up with the pause.
So it's a game. It started in Harlem. It was like a no homo and a pause game. So depending on what you said, you would say either pause or no homo. Like, I'm about to go eat a hot dog, no homo.
I hadn't heard no homo in a long time.
But I think they stopped saying it because it's homophobic like, or whatever, you know. So it's like the pause. And I got J-Vat saying it. He's like, bro, he was like, I was at so-and-so and I said something and I just kept thinking, damn, David would have said pause at this point. But yeah, so I can't, my friends won't let me make it. And they'll be like, oh, bro, you said huge or big and you ain't say pause. Like, you know. So, but anyway, yeah. So again, man, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all so much.
No, thank you for coming appreciate you and taking time to talk to us.
Shout out to the whole TDM team, man, and everybody that supports us, man. You know, my boy Dice. There's just so many people. J Vaz, you know, everybody I mentioned in the interview. Shout out to all them, and just shout out to everybody, man. Because I don't know why I put myself in that position where I start to try to name everybody. Because then I forget somebody, and then it's a problem. You know, it's like you ain't.
But he said everybody, guys. Everybody.
So you're included. You're
included.
So.
He didn't name you. You're included.
But hi, Lulu.
And again, his information will be in the description below. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow, and we'll see y'all next time.
So that's it. Peace.